Here's your wrestling news for December 15th, 2025. Your headlines for today include Triple H teases Brock Lesnar vs. Oba Femi, dream match set for the Royal Rumble. What really happened in Gorilla after Cena tapped out, Triple H's reaction revealed. Backstage divide grows between creative team and WWE stars. Gunther breaks silence after ending John Cena's career. Concerning injury update, top star could miss significant time, and more. We are starting off today with Triple H making it clear he sees something special in Oba Femi, and he isn't exactly hiding it anymore. Speaking during the Saturday night's main event post-show, the game made it clear that the buzz surrounding Femi is already impossible to ignore. According to Triple H, the moment Oba walked through the door, comparisons to one of the most dominant forces in wrestling history immediately followed. Not everyone's going to take that giant leap to the next level immediately, but Oba is one of those guys where you're instantly thinking about it. You're talking about Brock Lesnar, the ultimate destroyer in this business, and already there's a comparison being made when Oba walks in the door. When Peter Rosenberg floated the idea of Oba Femi facing Brock Lesnar, Triple H didn't dismiss it. Instead, he leaned into the excitement surrounding Femi's potential and what makes him such a compelling long-term piece for WWE. Just watching Oba Femi, there's a lot of people you want to see him go against. That's the wonderful thing about it. That's the wonderful thing about NXT. You get to fantasy book these people when they get here and what they can accomplish and achieve. Triple H then dropped a not-so-subtle tease that immediately had Royal Rumble implications written all over it, hinting that fans could see Oba Femi sooner than expected on a massive stage. When we talk about the future, it's so bright. If only we had an event in January where tons of people compete and you never know who shows up. If only, right? That's the beautiful thing. The Royal Rumble comes along, you make careers at the Royal Rumble. While Oba Femi is still early in his WWE journey, the message from Triple H was unmistakable. WWE already views him as a future headliner, someone who sparks Brock Lesnar level conversations simply by walking into the room. Nothing's been confirmed, but with Lesnar's potential retirement looming in 2026, the idea of Oba Femi standing across the ring from the Beast suddenly feels far less like fantasy booking and more like a real possibility. Whether that moment comes at the Royal Rumble or on the road to WrestleMania 42, Oba Femi's path forward appears wide open. Do you think Oba Femi should eventually face Brock Lesnar? And would the Royal Rumble be the right stage to introduce him to that next level? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Saturday night's main event closed on a polarizing note as John Cena tapped out to Gunther in his final WWE match. Despite a valiant effort, escaping the sleeper hold earlier in the bout and connecting with a trademark attitude adjustment, Cena ultimately lost clean, and the live crowd made its displeasure unmistakably clear. Chants of bullshit and you fuck echoed throughout Capital One Arena as emotions boiled over. The reaction was loud, hostile, and unfiltered, prompting Triple H to finally address the backlash during the post-show press conference. "I'm actually mildly disappointed. I thought it would be so much louder," Triple H joked. Jokes aside, the game didn't shy away from explaining the decision. He framed the finish as a reflection of long-standing wrestling traditions and of Cena himself. "There are time-honored traditions in our business, and there are ways that you handle your business. John has said the right thing his entire career, that it's about leaving this place better than you found it." He acknowledged that the moment was difficult for fans to accept, but insisted the choice was rooted in responsibility to the industry. "There's no way for people to understand that in the moment, but what you do is right for the business. What you do is right for this industry. John has done that his entire career, and I'm going to do that my entire career. I will do what I believe is right for this business." Triple H emphasized that this was simply the reality of the profession. "It is what it is. I understand that's tough for people to understand, but it's part of what we do. That is the role we have chosen." He concluded by reinforcing that Cena's final act was entirely in character. If you were to say, what will Cena do on his way out? Take the emotion out of it and ask people, what will John Cena do? He will put over somebody on the way out. He will leave this better than he found it. He will go into the ring and he will make somebody on his way out. That's what John does. Sources told Fightful that the cerebral assassin was seen smiling in gorilla position, clearly unfazed by the crowd's response. His demeanor behind the scenes reportedly mirrored his on-air reaction, suggesting he fully expected the backlash and was comfortable standing by the decision. While Cena's in-ring chapter is now closed, his schedule remains full. He's set to return to the big screen in 2026 with 2 films already lined up: the long-delayed Coyote vs. Acme, a live-action and animation hybrid, and Matchbox, an action comedy directed by Extraction helmer Sam Hargrave. As for WWE, Cena is still expected to make appearances. He's currently scheduled to appear on Raw following WrestleMania 42, proving that while his wrestling career may be over, his presence in WWE is far from finished. Only time will tell what that next chapter looks like. Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. It wasn't just the fans who were divided by the finish of John Cena's final WWE match, there was internal debate backstage as well. According to Fightful Select, WWE talent held mixed opinions about Cena tapping out. While the report makes it clear that there was no indication of anyone being openly upset, it also notes that not everyone in the locker room was fully aligned on how Cena's farewell should have ended. The creative and booking teams largely supported the decision, understanding the long-term implications of putting Gunther over in such a decisive fashion. However, several talents reportedly felt that Cena deserved a more triumphant send-off, even if they ultimately accepted the reasoning behind the finish. There were mixed opinions backstage regarding the finish of John Cena's final match, though most on the creative and booking side supported it. Several talents said they would have liked to see Cena win, but understood the decision to have Gunther go over and how it fit into plans moving forward. That perspective mirrors the reaction across the fan base: emotional resistance in the moment, followed by an understanding of the bigger picture once the dust settled. Meanwhile, the man who made Cena tap out for the final time wasn't interested in softening the message. Gunther took to Instagram shortly after the match and posted a blunt statement that appeared to be aimed directly at critics of the booking and perhaps at the philosophy behind Cena's send-off itself. Pro wrestling is greater than sports entertainment. Hashtag Gunther, hashtag Ring General, hashtag WWE. No explanation, no apology, just a declaration. Whether fans agree with the finish or not, the stance from WWE's leadership and from Gunther himself is unmistakable. This wasn't about sentimentality, it was about tradition, credibility, and the future. With Cena now officially gone from the ring, Gunther didn't just defeat a legend, he closed an era. And if his words and actions are any indication, the Ring General may be positioning himself as the next true legend killer, leading WWE into whatever comes next. Bobby Lashley is officially sidelined in AEW, and it won't be a short-term absence. During Saturday's episode of AEW Collision, MVP revealed on air that Lashley is currently out of action. While some viewers initially believed the announcement might be storyline-driven, a new report from Fightful Select has confirmed that the situation is very real and serious enough to keep Lashley off the roster for the foreseeable future. Lashley has not competed since AEW Full Gear, where he appeared in the Casino Gauntlet match to crown the inaugural AEW National Champion. His sudden disappearance from in-ring action immediately sparked speculation, and this latest update now provides clarity on why he's been missing. While Fightful did not disclose the specific nature of the injury, the report states that AEW is fully aware of the situation and is already adjusting creative plans accordingly. For now, MVP will continue representing Lashley on screen, ensuring that the Almighty's presence remains felt while he recovers. The timing is unfortunate, especially considering Lashley had been building real momentum in AEW. His absence now forces the company to pivot, raising questions about how MVP's role evolves and whether another member of the group steps into the spotlight in the interim. With Bobby Lashley sidelined, where does AEW go next? Is this MVP's chance to elevate his role even further, or should another member of the faction step up in his place? Let us know what you think in the comments. Damian Priest is finally opening up about the physical toll his WWE run has taken, and the reality is far more serious than many fans realized. Speaking with Big Nick Turturro, Priest gave a rare, candid look at the injuries he's been quietly battling, revealing that his body has been breaking down after years of pushing himself without pause. It's unfortunate, I don't like to bring it up too much, and I don't take breaks. Since I've been in WWE, I've literally taken 0 days off. I've never asked for time off because I was hurting. According to Priest, it wasn't his decision to slow things down in 2025. WWE management stepped in after seeing how much damage he had been working through, choosing to protect him for the long haul rather than risk further setbacks. This year, the company decided to slow things down a bit because I've been going hard for a long time. I've torn my shoulder a couple of times in the past year and a half, my knees are banged up, my back is rough, I need a lot of work done, but I choose not to unless I absolutely have to. Despite the mounting injuries, Priest made it clear that surgery is a last resort. Instead, he's relying on rehab and treatment to stay active, though that hasn't been easy for someone who thrives on in-ring competition. "If I don't need surgery, I won't do it. I'll figure it out. Rehab, treatment, whatever it takes, just keep me in the game." So this year, the company basically said, "We're happy with you, but we need to make sure you last. They've been forcing me to take it easy, and that's not the easiest thing to do when you love going out there and performing." While Priest continues to appear regularly on WWE television, fans have noticed a clear slowdown in his match schedule throughout 2025. His most recent in-ring appearance came on the December 12th episode of Friday Night SmackDown, where he teamed with Rhea Ripley against Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. "I'm still on TV regularly, just not in the ring as much as I used to be. That's really the only difference. I love performing, I love getting physical, so yeah, it's hard for me." Priest's comments line up with earlier reports that he'd been working banged up during much of his feud with Drew McIntyre, suffering additional wear and tear along the way. With WWE clearly prioritizing longevity for its top stars, easing Priest's workload may be a calculated move to keep him healthy heading into 2026 and beyond. Do you think WWE is doing the right thing by forcing Damian Priest to slow down, or should he be allowed to push through as long as he's willing? Share your thoughts in the comments below. John Cena's final WWE match may have ended amid controversy, but according to Mark Henry, what happened backstage afterward was far more emotional than anyone anticipated. Speaking on Busted Open Radio, Henry pulled back the curtain on the scenes behind the locker room following Cena's loss to Gunther in the main event of Saturday night's main event. And by his account, it was one of the heaviest moments he's witnessed in WWE. "I walked through the back, and there was a line of about 30 or 40 people trying to get to John, hugging him and consoling him. We gave a salute," Henry said. "I mean, people were emotional. It's been a while since the last time I saw people crying like that was when somebody passed away." Henry described the moment as the WWE family saying goodbye, not just to a performer, but to one of the pillars of the company. Henry concluded that this wasn't just another retirement, it was the farewell to a man who carried WWE through multiple generations inside and outside of the ring. What do you think of John Cena's send-off? Was tapping out the right way to close out his career, or should WWE have gone in a different direction? Sound off in the comments below. AEW has officially announced a major return this Tuesday, bringing back a fan-favorite show that's been absent for more than 2 years. AEW Dark is set to return for one night only, marking its first appearance since April 2023. The YouTube exclusive series was discontinued after a strong run, but fans have consistently called for its revival. Now AEW is answering that demand with a special holiday edition titled AEW Dark Stocking Stuffer. The special episode will air this Tuesday on YouTube, and AEW's already confirmed several matches for the card. Headlining the show is a trios match featuring Jon Moxley and the Death Riders, who will take on Nathan Cruz and the Grizzled Young Veterans. The bout brings star power and intensity to the Dark brand, making it a notable centerpiece for the one-night return. Another trios matchup has also been announced, with Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, and Mascara Dorada set to face Mark Andrews and Kid Lycos 1 and 2. The match promises a mix of high-paced action, technical wrestling, and contrasting styles. In singles action, Marina Shafir of the Death Riders will go one-on-one with Isla Dawn, adding a women's bout to the holiday-themed special. What do you think about AEW Dark returning, even if only for one night? Would you like to see the show become a regular fixture again? Sound off in the comments below. Don't miss our next video coming at 5:30 p.m. Eastern with all the latest wrestling updates. Smash that bell icon and select all notifications so you're always in the loop.